It is minus 22 out here, which is bad enough. I mean, it's the coldest it's been this year. But this wind that's been howling past the cabin, not too bad at the moment, but this wind that goes by, it just makes it feel like minus 35, I'm pretty sure, with, you know, wind chill. There it comes. It's a good day to stay inside, except for the fact the city girl is on her way here. So I got to go get her. And as to the dogs, Junebug definitely was staying here. And I thought Willow would probably be okay going with us. Except that I was just doing some chores outside here, and I looked at her one point, and she was favoring one paw. Like, I think it, you know, a little something froze up in her thumbs. I don't know what you call it. So I thought, oh, okay, definitely not taking Willow. Willow can stay here. So going by myself, and I hope City Girl dressed warmly. Although she always dresses warmly. This is not. This is not. This won't be a surprise. She's pretty good at that. Anyway, I gotta go. I see I've left some garbage sitting here. All right. Are you ready?
You know what I'm looking forward to? A good fire, because it's so cold.
How about a belt of tequila too?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oops. Yep, it's getting dark out here. Let's go. I turned the car on just to charge up the battery. Let's go. Well, we made it.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm talking to the camera.
Oh.
We made it, and my hands were really cold, and my nose was running down my face underneath that mask I had on. My eyelashes are nicely starting to thaw out and not stick together anymore. Too bad I couldn't film anything because I pulled out a fresh battery, put in the GoPro. It worked for like 30 seconds. So that's just the way it is. So I get new batteries and a new GoPro. In retrospect, we should have canceled your visit here this weekend, dear.
Hell no.
I know. I'm really happy that you're here. It's just I got thinking about it out on the trail, and like if the ATV had broken down halfway down the trail or something like that.
Yeah, we would have been screwed.
That would have been
yeah.
Like any complication like that.
Yes.
And
yes.
You know, in minus 22 weather with whatever that wind chill was.
Not very responsible of us at all, was it?
Oh, come here, you look cute.
Oh,
Come in this way. Not very responsible, but I want to take chances with my city girl.
We made it.
I texted her today to say I couldn't wait to see her and grab her. Oh, my ear. Hey, look at my ear. It's hurting.
Oh, I hope you didn't get frostbite.
Oh, it's one of those weird spots where sometimes you don't feel it really getting really cold. Ooh, ooh, pinch it right there.
Maybe you got frostbite.
Pinch it right there, dear.
Well, you're pinching it. Let me pinch it. Ooh.
Is it? Oh, no.
It's like rubbery.
Oh, no. This is not good. Can you see? Is it on camera? Can I see it on camera? Look at.
Well,
look at
it's yeah, but you gotta move closer. I don't think that they can tell that what's going on with it. Oh, it feels like one of these rubbery fake ears. Oh, you might have frostbite.
We should have a drink.
Yeah, I'm gonna belt back a tequila shot, that's for sure.
So, what are we calling this?
Pork bacon stew.
Okay, is it a padish or?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay.
Did not follow any kind of recipe, just threw in a bunch of stuff and hoped for the best.
Pork is really good.
Huh? It was a pork tenderloin, just in case you wanted to know what kind of cut it was. And it cooked for about an hour.
For about an hour on the stove.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm looking for the bacon now. Oh, mushrooms.
Every spoonful is a surprise.
Trying to bake them.
Oh.
They're hot. It's really good, dear. Wonderful flavors.
I was gonna say, really? Oh, and you would have seen me throw in like a bunch of green stuff. So I liked the carrots that you had bought. They were organic. He's giving me the look. Green stuff? Oh no.
Yeah, well, what green stuff are you talking about?
And it was the carrot tops. So I just like sort of chopped them up. You know, sometimes we forget about the carrot tops, but they're all good.
Okay.
Let's eat.
We maybe watch some Supernatural. What's with the tripod?
Oh no! Good. Ew. Look at that. I went right through that. And Russell warned me. He said, don't go near the edge. That's what I did.
I've come to check out the spot there. A city girl fell through the ice. Two things. First of all, I'm pretty sure the ice is thick enough I could ride my ATV on it. I could check it, but I'm pretty sure. Second, she actually does know better. wherever the ice comes to shore, you got to be a little careful, because what happens is the water level can go down. And all the ice in the pond can sink a little bit. But right near shore, the ice tends to stay up a little bit, and you get this air pocket underneath. And I can hear it here too. So wherever the ice is sitting right on water, of course it's nice and sturdy, but when there's an air pocket below it, of course, this is what can happen. It can just collapse underneath you. Gotta talk to City Girl here. Where'd she go? All right, first things first. Are you okay?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So you were walking over there, forgetting all the advice.
Yes. Went phew, out of my head.
But you were on a filming mission, though, weren't you?
Well, I was. It was for everyone out there,
Yeah, it was for everyone.
right? To see the beauty.
Yeah. Okay. So what were you thinking when you fell through the ice? When you first went through, what were you thinking?
I thought, that's it. Life is over as I know it. Raspberry Rock will be in good hands
Oh goodness. What?
with these two.
Yeah.
No, actually, you know what? Swimming 101 came back to me.
Swimming?
That's it. You fall through the ice. You got to look for something that you can grab onto in case.
Okay.
I was scared. It was frightening.
Oh, I know. I've done it myself.
Well, and I mean, in the best of times, when I look down and we're crossing the beaver pond, it looks deep down there. What is it, like 11 feet is the deepest part of the pond?
Yeah. In a few spots.
So I thought, is Russell going to hear me scream? I hope so. Are they going to save me? No. They were busy having fun.
What's that, Junebug? Mommy was walking on the ice and she fell through and now she can't get out?
Aw.
Now you need me to follow you to come rescue her?
But it all worked out. Only one leg.
So, okay, but has it stopped you? Well, okay, yeah. How wet did you get?
So, from my hip down to my left leg, soaked.
Oh, wow.
Just soaked. That's it. And then I just gingerly dragged myself across the ice so I could safely get away from the thin bit.
Spreading out your weight?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep.
And has it, how do you feel about walking on the ice these days?
Well, today I was out cross country. I took the snowshoes out, and I could hear trickling water. I was very tempted to go. So there's a beaver dam further across the way there, like middle.
There?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought to myself, City Girl, you are not going near there. Just walk on by. Just walk on by. And so I stayed away from the edge, though I know for sure I was at an Uksha point. And I could go to the edge there.
Yeah.
Because it's rather thick.
You honestly, you just had a bad spot. Most of the area around the edges would be fine right now. Where's she going? She's like, I'm out of here. You guys are setting up for adventure, but you're just standing here talking. I'm out. Okay, well, I remember very clearly when you said you fell through the ice. My first thought was, are you okay? And second thought was, did you film it?
Absolutely, I did. Absolutely. And I think my laughing was laughing out of how scared I was.
Oh.
Not, oh, this is funny. It was not funny. It was serious.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it's not that deep, right where you fell through, because I took a look at that spot.
Yeah.
But still, it's never fun.
Lessons learned.
You're back.
But again, I saw Willow and Junebug race it over there, so I thought, well, if they can do it, I can do it. Why not? But they're lighter than me.
And they have 4 legs.
They do. Yep.
All right. Well, we're glad you're safe.
Thanks.
That's not what I was going to do. I had another bucket at the front of the house collecting water. I should say the back. We call this the front because it faces the pond. So the back, by the porch, collecting water. But the water coming off the roof there is really, really dirty. I suspect a lot of it is just the soot coming out of the chimney. Whereas the water coming out of these two icicles here. Hello? Oh, come on. I did buy a new GoPro. I need to get batteries for it still, but this is bullshit. You know, I would buy the new version of the GoPro if they just fixed the bugs. No new features, just fix the bugs, I'll buy it. Anyway, as I was saying, the water coming out of these two ice cubes here, this one and this one, seem to be getting filtered. Filtering the water coming off the roof because all we're getting is nice clean water here. So, pretty happy about that. And what I'll do is I'll fill up every other thing that I normally might have water in as well. Like I've got a pot that I just use for shower water. I'm going to fill that up. In fact, I don't know why it's not out here right now. There's lots of other filtering icicles here. And also my water filtering system. That's pretty much empty right now. So this is a good day. The odd rainy day like this is perfect because I hate hauling water in the winter and I really dislike melting snow, which is my only other option. It's a bit chilly. It's like 2 Celsius out here. I don't know why I'm standing like this. No! I was just coming to bring it in. It was full. And what's happening up here now? Oh, I see. Okay. All right. All right. Hey, yo. Nice day, huh? I didn't film anything yesterday. It was so bright and sunny. But life is like this, right? Usually on rainy days I do like indoor projects or I do chores or tiny little projects that I've been putting off for a while. Anyway, I just had a moment, that coyote that came out. I saw it because I was just walking past the window and I quickly grabbed my camera there and slid outside. And Willow knows, she knows from the way I move about the cabin that what's going on, whether we're about to go out or whether I've seen something really exciting. So she came quickly trotting over to the door and I was like, no, 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 you stay. And I slipped outside with just that camera and I was filming it. And the coyote seemed to be lingering around the pond, you can tell from the video. So I thought, okay, I think I have time to run inside, get the zoom lens for the camera and get the tripod so we can get a nice stable shot. You can't zoom and hold the camera at the same time. It's impossible. It shakes all over the place. So, after I'd filmed it for a bit, I was standing right in front of the door, so I kind of reached back, and I'm moving slowly and quietly because the coyote's kind of looking around, and it kept looking at the cabin, like it knows that the structure is not normal out here. So I reached around, and I slid the door open, and Willow came banging through, and Junebug right behind her, and Junebug gave out a little bark, because she knew something was up just from the way Willow was moving. And Willow stood here, and I'm like, Willow, Willow, in. And Willow's looking around, because she knows something's up. But I guess in that moment, the coyote was standing still looking at us, right? And finally, Willow turned around and looked at me, and I got them both back inside and shut the door. But at that point, the coyote had, from all the commotion, the coyote, was running off at that point. So I couldn't get the zoom lens. But thank goodness that Willow didn't see her, because, you know, an invader on our property, she would have chased that thing, you know, she'd have been over like 3 provinces before she stopped. And so the thing is, she's not going to attack or anything. To her, she doesn't know what a coyote is. It looks like a dog, right? So the thing had just stood there and Willow ran up to it. You know, they would sniffed each other. But Willow's not going to take down a coyote. Anyway, so one little project I've been putting off for forever. Come, take a look. So a while ago, I think last summer, or I think it's when I borrowed his ATV, David Evans gave me these snowshoes. And, well, I think they're actually serviceable. They could be used. They are quite old, and I think his brother used them and resurfaced them with something. But anyway, I don't intend to use them. I accepted them because I thought they'd be great decoration here on the cabin, on the outside of the cabin, kind of Sean James style. So, with that said, pole time. Not that kind of pole. Pole time. So I want to hang them here because they'll be protected from the elements here, and I think they'll just look really nice here. So hang them like this. This would be option A. Or hang them like this. That'd be like option B. So I want you to take a moment and tell me what your thoughts are. Just say them to the screen. I'll sit here and listen. And after I get your thoughts, we'll make a decision. Okay? So proceed. Tell me what you like. Option A or option B, and why. Good, good, thank you. David, great idea, thank you. Disco Karen, good, good, thank you. Christy and Steve, how's Steve doing? Is he playing Apex? That's good. Rose and Earl, nice to see you again. How are my mom and dad? I know about the thing. Yeah, life sucks sometimes, doesn't it? Al and Melissa, great idea. I really like that, thank you. Okay, great. I love all the ideas. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. If you didn't think that I really gave your idea a proper consideration, please put it in the comments below. Okay? None of this is set in stone. That's a nice thing about working with wood. If I hang these up and I don't like it, or somebody gives me a better idea, I just take it down and hang it up another way. So it looked like option A1. So I'm going to do it something like that. And somehow line it up and get a bit higher. I think I'm going to need a ladder. Maybe like that. Okay, let's do it. I'm really tempted to put this up and see how long it takes City Girl to notice. Oh, I'm going to be laughing at that the rest of the day. I just got lucky. It's right at the It's right at the middle of the weight, even though this screw isn't catching on. Russell. Right there though. Right. Whoop. See. You know what? Screw it. Yeah. At least it's not falling down, is it? I was worried about the wind blowing it down. Right there. If life were a game of chess, then that's mate in 6 moves. I don't know what that means, but I heard it before. It sounded really snotty, so I had to try it out sometime. Snotty? Did I mean to say snotty?
Snooty.
Yeah. Anyway, can't wait till City Girl sees that. I love it! Oh, it even looks like it was professionally done too. And it's tilted forward just a little bit, so it's easier to see. Oh, could I have planned that any better? I'm gonna have to message City Girl and say, she's coming here tomorrow and she's leaving right after work, so she shouldn't get a chance to see this video before she leaves. But I'm gonna tell her not to watch it anyway. See if she can spot the surprise. Oh, I can't wait. And now for the coup de grace. Coup de grace? That doesn't sound right. I love it. Filled it up in a long time. You see that? There's barely any water in there. That's the good stuff. So, Ray sent me this picture, this one. Yeah, he said these butcher blocks are on sale for $99 at Home Depot. Butcher blocks, like 6 feet by 25 inches, So 72 inches by 25 inches by, I don't know, typically an inch and a half, I think. Inch and a half. Which, pretty thick. Like it's thicker than, what is this? This is like an inch. This one here is 1 3/8, and the whole thing isn't that thick. It's fact, it's just the edge here that's thick. It's probably like 5/8 or something like that, or maybe 3/4. Like there's a lip that comes down. Anyway, I immediately thought, oh boy. And I texted him right back and said, buy it. But he didn't respond, so I don't know if he did. But anyway, the picture makes it look like there's a pallet of them, or a skid of them. But I got to thinking, you know, what would I do with it if I got it here? Because there was always the idea that, you know, I wanted to do all my countertops in epoxy, but I wanted to have a nice cutting board set in there somewhere, like still epoxy around the cutting board somehow. But you have to be able to remove it, right? Or maybe don't. I don't know. But I got thinking that this whole island would be nice as a cutting board or as a butcher block. And this island is, of course, you know, 25 by 36. This thing isn't, obviously. Oh no. So I could easily just cut the whole thing in half and use it right here, right? But then I got thinking, it's dangerous. Your whistle shouldn't be thinking. Okay, so this whole, I don't know how much you can see of this. This whole thing from, move a little bit, fella. From one end to the other is anyway, it's about it's shy of 12 feet. It's like 10 and a half feet. So 10 and a half feet from end to end. So I'm thinking, well, 2 pieces could go in here. And the reason I was thinking this is that if and when I do the epoxy, I still need some kind of surface here. Some kind of flat surface. And I didn't know what that was going to be. Like MDF might be a good choice. But I think MDF doesn't come in an inch and a half. It comes in like 3/4 inch. But you also want a nice edge like this has on here, you know? A nice surface like this, not like this, right? Well, not that this is MDF, but you get my meaning, right? And I thought, well, maybe I'll have to double up the MDF, you know, along here, so you do get that nice edge. And I hated the thought of doing that. I hate the thought of buying a 4x8 sheet of MDF and then cutting it this way and then cutting it this way and then I can't make a straight cut to save my life, you know. But these cutting boards are the perfect width for this, right? And I'd need 2 of them. So one of them I wouldn't even have to cut. I just have to cut that end off somehow, or maybe this end. Maybe this end actually makes more sense because, you know, at some point there's going to be a, not trim, but a backsplash back there that will cover over the cut. But then I got thinking, are you still watching? This to here, that wall to the stove here is about 5 feet, right? And then this here is a little less than 2 feet, and this here is 18 inches. And there's a little playroom because of the stove here. Can move around a little bit. And I'm thinking I can do this whole kitchen in that butcher block. 1, 2, 3, like 4 pieces. Like the part that I cut off of here, some of it can go here, 2 feet can go here. There might still not be enough, but you get what I'm saying, right? And it's not all going to be butcher block in the end. It's going to be epoxy. A lot of it's going to be epoxied over, but I don't have to. I can choose where to leave as butcher block. Maybe right here by the stove. You know, just put a little strip of something so that the epoxy, you know, doesn't cover the butcher block there. And maybe here too, right? Huh? What do you think? That also means, and this is important too, I looked at the epoxy that I want to buy is something like $700, $750 for the kit that they sell you. And I measured up the counter space I've got here, and there's slightly more counter space than what comes in one kit. So I'd have to buy 2 of them, $1,500. And I'd also want to test it on something too, so I would need a little bit more anyway. But if I did a bunch of this in Butcher Block, then I'd only have to buy one kit. So I'd be saving $750, which is a lot more than I'd spend on Butcher Block for this whole area. You know, if it was 5 pieces or 6 pieces, $600? $500 or $600? Huh? What do you think? What do you think? Oh, that was dumb. I was trying to do a manual zoom on myself. What do you think? Whoop! Okay, anyway. Just my thinking. I took a look at the Home Depot website and I couldn't find this sale. I hope it's not just at that Home Depot that Ray was at. And I also don't know what kind of material it was, but do I care that much? I don't know. I certainly don't care if it's going to be epoxied. I might care if it's, you know. We do most of our stuff now right here. Most of our meal prep, making sandwiches or whatever, it all happens right here. And then we'll switch to the stove for cooking, but we rarely do anything over here now or over that side. Most of the work's going to happen right here. I could even see, you know, buying the cheap Butcher Block for all the way around and then maybe getting a more expensive one just for this spot here. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. You don't have to say your advice just to the screen on this one. It's okay. Comments will do. I just happened to be looking over here at this area of the kitchen after that long-winded stuff that I was saying. And I noticed something. See, between this cupboard and this cupboard, we're nice and together most of the way up until you get right to the top there and it's come apart. Now I happen to remember that when Ray and I were doing this part, we had a real challenge getting this piece in tight with that piece. It took us a while, like 20 minutes trying to get that, but we eventually got it. And now it's come out again. I don't know if that's because of shrinkage or expansion. This corner over here between the hutch and this cupboard is fine. Like there's nothing wrong. And I know we went to great pains to make sure that all these pieces, including this hutch, are, level. So why did that come out up there? I don't know, but I know part of it had to do with this too. Like these have to line up here, right? Like that's really nice. That's a nice lineup. That's perfect. And this one has come down a little bit too, so maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know, but next time Ray comes, I'll get him to look at it. I doubt that there's anything we can do about it at this point. And you know what? That's, we call that character. No, that's not a flaw. That's character. And maybe I could just fill it with some wood putty of the same kind of coloring, and you might never notice that. You probably never notice it anyway. Yeah. Oh, hey, little fella. What are you doing back there? You okay? Are you hiding? You shy? Oh, you're shy, aren't you? You're shy. Aw, poor guy. You leaving? You don't want to talk to us? What the hell's back there? Okay, you can stay there. It's okay. We'll let you be. Willow gets embarrassed when you pay attention to her. That's why she always looks away. You good? Or she chews something. This girl, on the other hand, yeah. Who's a good doggies? Who's a good girl? What you saying? What you saying? Yeah. That tripod is still messed up. The middle thing is still crooked. I don't know why that is. Anyway, 2 bits of trivia for you. Firstly, the snooty comment, the snooty clip. What movie was that from? Can you get it? It's a great movie. Second bit of trivia for you. I bought this crossbow bolt. I do not own a crossbow. Can you take a guess as to why I would buy a crossbow bolt since I don't own a crossbow? Let me know in the comments, and the movie thing as well in the comments, if you can figure it out. Anyway, City Girl will be here again this weekend, and we will be live streaming as usual Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. Please join us for that. And until then, please have a good pea soup.